are back Wednesday evening, another episode of the Saints Block Party podcast coming at you. I already have popped mango cut water.
Mm.
Adam, joined by my guy Ryan, aka Wolf, and it is week 5. Like it's already week 5 in the NFL season, which is
Rolling, bro.
crazy. And the Saints look to get their first win of the season on Sunday in New Orleans, facing the New York Giants, being led by now rookie quarterback Jackson Dart, making his second NFL start.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler trying to get his first win in as a just as a starter. A lot of things kind of like colliding. A lot of things for us to kind of talk about. We'll break down the game, preview it. I'll share some insight of, the whole scuttlebutt that, I know the New York media asked Jackson Dart about like his thoughts on not being drafted by the Saints. So I'll have some insight just regarding that, just in terms of like the Jackson Dart process and how close he was to becoming a Saint and how the team viewed him as a prospect. And just ultimately, like this is the first game that the team has been favored in all season, and that's likely largely due to the Malik Neighbors injury, who tore his
Oh yeah.
ACL, so he won't be playing.
Huge.
If that injury didn't happen, I would guarantee you the Saints would not be favored at all in this game.
Right, right. And
um,
it's like a what 1 point, 1.5 at home. 1.5 favorites. Barely call that a
uh,
favorite.
yeah, barely, but they're favored, I guess.
Yeah.
But I wanted to quickly kind of go back as SBP were presented by our guy Precious Works LLC. I know you went back, and we won't focus too long on it because your write ups have been great. You going back watching the all 22
Mm.
of the breakdown in the game. So we already did our recap for the Bills pod on Sunday, but your recap, your all 22 breakdown, which is on our Patreon, patreon.com/Saints Block Party. Uh, I know you said that at least this season that was like Rattler's worst game, as
Mm.
a passer within regards to his, his consistency and accuracy. Just quickly, just wanted to get your verbal and video thoughts on what you saw when you went back and looked.
Yeah. It was the most inconsistent I've seen in a game from him as a thrower. Um, just a lot of misses, a lot of off targets. But on the flip side, like he ran the ball well, he was smart running the ball, and he did still have like a couple good throws in there. And it wasn't like a terrible game; it was a fine game, but it still left you kind of like okay, like you've been getting graded on the curve for a couple
Mm-hmm.
of weeks now, and now it's time to like you know kind of like just put your money up a little more. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing that I really took away from it. But he had some nice throws in there, but a couple misses, and it's always these little like man, you're right there, you're right there. It's not like 5 yard misses or you know what I'm saying? Like it was just man, you throwing it. It's like damn, if you just tighten this up just a little bit, man, those are touchdowns right there. Those are big plays right there. Or sometimes, I don't know if it's because he's short or it's how he's coached or whatever, but sometimes there are big plays to be had, which everybody keeps screaming for. Us too. Like,
Right.
man, what are the big plays? What are the big plays? Sometimes they're drawing up. Like Kellen was cooking this week. He was cooking. I mean, cooking last week. He had this scheme rolling, and sometimes you just don't take the shots. And I don't know if that's him not taking the shot, like out of just like pure, like let me just get the ball out quick and keep moving the ball, or if it's like he just doesn't see it, like which
Right.
happens. Like sometimes you just don't see the open guy. But I think for him, I mean, we'll get to that later, but I just thought he just left a little something, a little meat on the bone in that game. But other than that, I thought the run game was good. Kendra, AK was awesome. The run scheme was awesome. Um, they talked about after the game. Kendra and AK talked about how they just want how to basically they changed the scheme up a little bit. Basically, just got back to the basics, the
Mm,
fundamentals, and you could see it. Like it was just executing. Like they weren't doing so many exotic things in the run game. Just kind of like outside zone, inside zone stuff. Boom, getting guys on the edge and hitting the hole. Offensively, like on the offensive line, they did okay. I thought Trevor Penning did pretty well for his first time back. Some people may disagree, but I thought he was fine. Um, other than that, man, like I didn't watch the defense on all 22. I did watch some. Like I just wanted to watch like Brissy and a couple of players and stuff like that. But other than that, I wasn't trying to watch no defense, bro. I ain't trying. I ain't
no,
got time for that, bro.
no. It's our time is fleeting as is. Just a quick reminder, as you know, we're sitting here on August, or excuse me, not August, excuse me, October 1st. Our SBP Saints Block Party podcast meetup is taking place like next week, like
Next
next
week.
weekend. So if you want to attend, well, you can't attend because the shut like the RSVP is closed. But we do, if you want to come with us to the game, to the Pats game, join us as a community. I believe we have about 5 or 6 tickets left, which are available for all Patreons. So if you're a Patreon or a YouTube member, and you will be in New Orleans for the Pats game, you want to join us, feel free, hit us up. We'll get you sorted out. Like I said, we think we have like five-ish or six-ish tickets available for our group. And next week in general, it's just going to be a great time for us as a podcast, as a podcast community. We're approaching all on our 200th episode, which will be later this month, which is insane when you really think about it. So we definitely appreciate all the support that y'all have given us over these 5+
For real.
years. It's truly, 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 truly appreciated, and we appreciate every, you know, Patreon, every view, every listen. For those who
Everyone,
are
man.
every single one of them. I will say something that is annoying me, and it's just going to be the case of what it is for the Saints until they find a franchise quarterback. Oh boy, the discourse, the quarterback
Oh my
discourse, bro.
God. Kill me, bro.
I'm tired, Wolf. I'm tired. Like, and it's which one of the like I saw like I saw some of the tweets you put out this week, and like people, this is like not about like picking like a side, but I could guarantee you that the coaching staff would love Tyler Shuck to be out there starting right now. Like I
Well, yeah.
could,
You think?
could guarantee you that they wish he would be starting. The fact that he isn't starting, I think, and I said in our Discord, like I think the time for like for Rattler is like these next 2 weeks, even maybe even as just soon as this game on Sunday,
Yeah.
is going to be paramount, because you gotta, you gotta. It's just how it is in the league. Like you gotta win. Like I said it on a recap pod, but Jaxson Dart, I think he had like 120 or 111 yards in his win against the Chargers, and they only put up like 20 points because the Giants defense was able to, like, that's how football is. But in terms
Yeah.
of like quarterback stuff, that don't fucking, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter.
Don't
Like,
matter. The vibes is great. Got your win. Jackson Dog got his win, and the vibes are just perfection. He got a touchdown, ran a touchdown.
threw a
You
little
know,
shuffle pass touchdown. Like,
so like that's it.
that's it.
That's it. It's just unfortunately like that's just how it works. And like I said, like first couple of weeks, it's like wow, Rattler's looking good. He's carrying the offense, looks poised, confident, not making mistakes, this, that, and the other. So it's kind of that he's being graded on that kind of like wow, he's not a disaster. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I mean, it's just how it was. It's like if you hear like, especially like national people, they're like, "Wow, this guy's like he's not terrible." Oh, you know what I'm saying? But at some point, we have to move,
Right.
move away from like forward from that. Like, okay, he's not a disaster, but what is he? Like,
Right.
is he the answer? That's the whole point. You're trying to find that out. And some people say, "Oh, I mean, of course he's not the answer." Blah blah. I mean, you still want to know. He's still a young quarterback and going into like his 11th start. Um, so he's still growing, still maturing. Like I talked about, developed a ton just from last year to this year. Like the development's just been crazy. Should be like a
Yes.
great story. Like it shouldn't even be a war, a civil war online or nothing. It should just be like, man, this is pretty cool. You took a fifth round pick, you know, talented but embattled quarterback from college, and this got thrown in like he's been put in some of the worst situations in the world. Battled through it, came in this year, had to fight for his life, and in a training camp battle, try literally was replaced. His replacement was drafted, and he fought for it, held on to his job. He's developed, like I said, poise. He used to take a lot of sacks. He used to do a lot of like super aggressive, like YOLO type ball stuff. All that's gone. Like now he's game manager. Like he's managing the game well. Like
Like
just
you wonder if
developed
it's
well.
gone too
Too
much
much, bro.
to the other end of the spectrum.
Like get some of that little old Rattler back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like just try to balance it out a little bit. That's a struggle of a young quarterback trying to find that right balance. Um, and he's with a new coaching staff. They're not a good team, so it's like you're trying to walk that tightrope of being aggressive and trying to win, to also not trying to be a detriment to your team.
Right.
So I get it. Like I completely understand it from that perspective. But it's time to go get it. And the thing is, like opportunities are there, so it's time to start hitting those opportunities. Like starting quarterbacks, some of those throws that come open. Starting quarterbacks hit those throws, like the throws that you got to make. Will it lead to like a win? Maybe not, but it'll give you a better chance to
Better
win. So you
chance.
want to
Yep.
at least come out those games feeling like, man, Rattler gave us every chance to win this game, but the defense blew it in the end, or whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Special
Right.
teams blew it in the end. So you at least want to come away saying that. But you know, but we've kind of had this line of, oh well, he hasn't lost us. He's not been the reason we're losing. It's like, yeah, sure, but you can only hold on to that argument
For so
for a
long.
certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So for him, he got to go out and get it, bro.
He does. I mean, especially I mean, you have the 40th overall player drafted, like sitting in the wings, like
Right there, bro.
these next, like I said, these next few games are. I don't know if they'll be favored against the Pats, but if they're not, I don't think like these next two games are winnable games for the Saints. Like they're in front of them to potentially be able to break into the win column. I did
And
want to
man, the
talk.
Bills shocked, bro. Shocked the Bills, bro.
Shocked us, bro. We did like all we asked for was it to be close in the fourth, and Josh Allen questioning life, and they like you could tell in that game, like they were getting frustrated. Like it got chippy in like the third and fourth quarter because they were
Oh
frustrated. Because
yeah.
like, damn, these niggas still
I
around.
mean,
Like they
I guarantee you go listen to like some Buffalo podcast or Buffalo radio or something. They stressing up there. They're like, what's wrong? Even though they undefeated, it's like, well, what's wrong with the Bills? So, hey, I'll take it.
uh Helm is fierce that rather needs to win a game. All he is known for is losing. Yeah, like that's like it's like a scarlet letter that he carries, and
Yeah,
until
man.
he wins, it's gonna be on him. Like that's not directly just on him, but it kind of you carry that as an NFL starting quarterback. Like it's just part of the gig, whether it's fair or not. Like it's what you carry. Um, but I did want to talk about, since they're going against the Giants, I did want to talk about Jackson Dart
Mm.
a bit in the Saints' interest in Jackson Dart, how interested they were in him, how they saw him as a prospect, because it's a big thing kind of storyline going into this game. But before we get into that, let's take a break. Let's hit a listen and listen to our guy from Precious Works, and then we'll be back right after this. I'll give some insight regarding Jackson Dart, the Saints draft process, all that, being as we dive in deeper into this Saints Giants preview for this upcoming Sunday. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, Bijon at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Okay, so we are back. So, we talked about Jaxson Dart quite a bit during the draft process in terms of we, did our Prospect of the Week episode for him. So I could say this like with information I've been told and what have you. So he was the second quarterback, if you want to list the order of quarterback. He was their quarterback 2 in their prospect rankings this past draft. So Cam Ward was their first QB1. We talked about that at nauseum. They wanted to try to trade up for Cam Ward. Didn't happen. Jaxson Dart was actually their quarterback 2. I was also told, and it's not a huge secret, that leading up to the draft, the Saints, and I think even probably on draft day, the Saints was calling around teams in the late bottom half of round 1, trying to see if they could trade back up into the bottom of round 1 and it sounds like they were.
I remember that had us nervous, like, oh Lord,
wanted to do that. And it seems like the eye that they wanted to come back and get was Jaxson Dart at the end of round 1. Essentially, what the Giants did. The difference is that now this is why I would be so interested to know if it was simply because of where the Giants were picking, because they were picking higher in the second round, or if the Saints just get attacked by other teams just because they're the Saints and the other teams just hit them. I think it might be a combination of both. So I believe the Giants had like the 33rd pick in the second round, maybe 33rd, 34. I have to pull it up. And the Saints were actually, and obviously picking at 40. They were calling to see if they could jump up to draft, sounds like Jaxson Dart, bottom of round 1. Now, the sweet deal that the Giants got, because they didn't give up future first round pick to jump up into round 1 to trade with Houston to draft Jaxson Dart. Like what they gave up was very minimal. It sounds like the Saints were trying to trade up from 40 in the bottom of round 1, but the teams were like, not just Houston. Teams were like, future first round pick. You want to come up? 2027 first round pick. And the Saints didn't. Whether that ends up being the right decision, wrong decision.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah. Because imagine trading up for Jaxson Dart, and I don't know, like maybe they've won like one game this season if he's a starter. Like you know what I mean? Like
like this team is like oof.
Because like I guess the other flip side, because he's only starting making his second start, so we have no idea if Jaxson Dart was either good or not, right? We have no fucking clue. But the flip side be like, oh well, at least they got their first. But it's like, we got that potential franchise quarterback. But like now the Giants have like a top 3, top 5 pick in 2027. So like
exactly.
And it also Kevin said hashtag Mick tax baby. Yes, yes. It also, I was told that Jaxson Dart really believed and felt that he could have been he could have been drafted by the Saints at 9. Like that's the impression that he had gotten throughout the draft
There's a ton of smoke around it, bro. I mean, a ton of
process.
smoke.
Ton.
So that wouldn't surprise me if he probably had us pegged as like, oh yeah, they gonna take, because there was like a lot of, I mean, even you put it out there earlier about Jaxson Dart,
Yeah.
real early, like before even the league or the big media was talking about Jaxson Dart. You put it out there real early about just keep an eye on this Jaxson Dart, the Saints now. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be it's gonna be interesting how that game, because he got a little chip on his shoulder. All professional players are, they carry a chip. But it's going to be interesting just to see how his career turns out too. Because like to me, like he was a very developmental to me. But man, he been looking good. Like he looked good in the preseason. Um, like you said, he didn't ask him to do a ton this past game, but he just looked good. He looked, he kind of like got that aura to him. You know what I'm saying? Come with that just that fired up mentality.
For
physical,
Charlie! Oh, sorry.
For hashtag for Charlie.
Charlie!
And he got a little swag to him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like he can run the ball too, bro. And like that's one thing you got to be. Behind the arm, that boy, he's a physical runner, and he got a little dinged up running last week. You know what I'm saying? He's on the injury report. He practiced full, but he was on the injury report this week. So don't sleep on Jaxson Dart, man.
So speaking of him being a runner, can we talk about Chase Young already being ruled out on a Wednesday?
Bruh, what is the fact he being ruled out on a Wednesday, bro? I'm like, what is up with that? That was interesting to me.
Like you're not going to even wait to see if he practices on
Kellen
Thursday?
was like, nah, he ain't playing.
He's out. He said he's out, bro.
I felt like that was like a passive aggressive shot at him for some reason.
You thought so?
I just like, oh yeah, you're not playing. No, you're not playing. Like your parents used to do, like, oh, you don't want to go, huh? Okay.
A big contract that the Saints gave out this past offseason. Now gonna be missing his fifth straight game start of the season.
How much you get? Like 15 a year, 17 a year, something like that.
Is it? Is that it? Oh, not that bad. Like I guess in the grand scheme of things. Let me pull up his contract.
It's like, bro.
Yeah, 17.
17. It's like I was like half joking, kind of being facetious when I said it, but I really wasn't. Like, y'all could have just paid Marcus Davenport $4 million or $3 million, whatever you're getting, and just literally got the same headaches, like the same annoyance. You just get the same thing and just save some money on it. That's all I was saying. Like, it's just it's just annoying. And look, I'm not saying he's faking an injury or nothing like that. It is just weird though. Like, bro, you was like good all camp, and soon as we getting ready for week 1, here comes a weird calf that everybody thought was like, oh,
Right.
it'd be like a week, he'd be right back. Then boom, it's like
I heard like
no IR.
The same thing Underhill reported. I think he reported that basically like it wasn't thought to be serious. I literally heard the same thing like that day or the day before or the day after, like echoing the same thing. And here we are, 5 games. Like we'll be 5 games later, and nothing.
Taysom Hill and is back before him.
And Foster, bro.
Foster Moreau blowing ACLs, bro. Foster Moreau got hurt the last game of the season.
It was they was both back at practice today. Now they're still on pup, so they're not gonna play on
that's
Sunday.
a long shot.
But the fact that
I wouldn't put it past Taysom Hill though. Like Taysom Hill kind of a freak.
just a freak, bro. Like if they, I wouldn't be shocked if he got activated from PUP or some shit like that. But
Yeah.
he's a mutant. He is a mutant. Um, Also, we didn't talk. We this is news that came out after we recorded our recap pod, but Cesar Ruiz diagnosed with a
Mm,
high ankle sprain, 4 to maybe like a 4 to 6 week injury.
mm,
And as much as a punching back he's been like on our podcast, again, like we weren't, wishing him injury to
no.
get him out the lineup. But now that he is out the lineup, I wasn't trying to make it
With
funny, but
that
like now,
said,
but it is like a prime opportunity for them to assess Simpkins in that at that right guard. And honestly, like if he gets in there and he shows that he could give you the same level, if not better play than Ruiz,
mm, decisions to be made is all I'm saying.
because
And
his contract is nasty. That contract extension is just
nasty, bro. Nasty.
nasty.
Compared to the play, like if you was getting like average guard play from Ruiz, it's like okay, we'll live with it. But you're getting like far below average, like
Bottom of the league.
bottom of the league play from the guard position from him. You know what I'm saying? That literally it hurts your offense, pass game and run game. Now Simpkins is an undrafted, undrafted rookie. Like his head is spinning. He's not like he's far from a finished product. Like he has a lot of things to work on. He makes mistakes too. Still growing and all that stuff. So he has a ways to go himself. So and Caesar is a vet. So I mean there's that. But I'm trying to give I'm trying to give Simpkins every opportunity. Me like if
Everyone
I'm
will.
Kellen, I'm trying to give him every opportunity to run with that job and like solidify it, man. Like because
And
you
don't
got
and
Penny
don't look
and don't look
back.
back because you got Penny back there returning on the left side on left guard. He's looking solid. Still kind of working his way back too. He was on the injury report today, so you got to deal with that. I'm just so tired of offensive line, bro. Tired of talking about it. I'm tired of thinking about it. Going into the season, you just was hoping like, man, can we just have like a, just a solid offensive line? Like all these investments over the years, like can we just not have to worry about it? But nope. You got Fuaga dealing with a knee in the back.
Banks is a rookie. You're left
Banks a
like Penny.
rookie.
Penny came back, had a decent to like average game, but then he's on the injury report as a do not practice today. At least Eric McCoy's been healthy. Like I'll give him that. Like at least there's been that, bro.
Thank goodness.
Um, but look into this actual breakdown of the Saints and Giants. Um, I guess we could start. Actually, let's start with the Saints defense because we tend to start with the offense.
I know, right?
Um, you have a Saints defense that I think their play against the Bills, like there was some bright spots that you could like bright spots that definitely came from that game, and also the some concerning things in regards to just how they started. But matched up against a Giants team that will have Cam Scatterbo at running back. You're not going to be dealing with Malik Neighbors, so you're going to be dealing with like Wando Robinson. You're going to be dealing with Darius Slayton, Theo Johnson at tight end. Like this, and a rookie quarterback making his second start. I want the defense to stand up.
Please, please stand up. Cause I mean, I'm kind of out on Brady Staley, man. He could buy me back, but just like I was listening to him last week, he was talking about he was kind of defending, kind of like giving up the small plays, kind of the bend but don't break defense mentality. Like oh, I give up an 8 yard pass, as long as I'm stopping what they're trying to. If they intend on making a bigger play and give up 8 yards, I'm not worried about that. He's basically what
But
he's saying.
but like that 8 yards becomes like second
first
and
down.
two, or
Yeah,
like
second and two.
it's like a two or third and two, and then it's a easier. Like what? Like what?
Right. It's like a very analytics type response. And like even like after this week, like a lot of the players were talking about, the missed tackles and stuff like that. They had like 15 missed tackles. And they were just talking about how, they're fine with the first guy missing a tackle. As long as you're aggressive and you're moving, if you're moving 100 miles an hour and you miss a tackle, that's fine. But you got to have the guys behind you rally to the ball and all that stuff, population to the ball. I've heard all that before. I get it. But it's the mentality. I just don't like it. I don't like that mentality. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Oh, it's okay to miss a tackle.
No,
I don't.
it's
I don't want that. I don't want that. Like I know you're gonna miss tackles at times, but I want. I'm gonna make every tackle. You got to make every tackle. I'm going to defend every blade of grass on this field. You're not moving an inch.
and
That's the
also like
mentality I like.
and then also like that's just like the gang mentality and rallying to the ball like has not been there. So like that goes out the window. So like you can't
Right.
even tell me like okay like guy A like Pete Warner who missed a lot of fucking like he just picked the wrong hole terribly against Buffalo. Like it's okay with him like missing a tackle, but like the rest of the guys rally. Like the rest of the guys have not been rallying. Like they're not.
No,
There's no posse coming behind Pete Warner. Like
no, not
what?
at all. And we've seen too many times like guys just bust wide open, like just wide open, where it's not even a talent thing. Like we get the defense is not talented, we get that, but too many times it's things that's outside of talent, like
Wide
Quinn
open,
McKister
bro.
giving like 8-yard cushions on Keon Coleman, who is not fast, and it's like they're gonna keep running that same route. Just a little curl, boom, boom, and we're gonna keep hitting that all day because you're giving up a large cushion. Like that has nothing to do with talent. That's just like coaching and
That's
knowing the situation and all that stuff. Like so, I don't know. I just don't. I don't like when I saw those quotes. I was like, ugh. Like Greg Williams used to preach that same thing back when he was here. And his defenses were terrible at tackling. They were always terrible, giving up yards, giving up long third and 15s and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that mentality. So I don't know. Brandon Staley, I, I, I'm, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I don't know.
I will. I keep it positive. I do think getting the young guys, Jonas Sanker,
Yes.
getting Quincy Riley in there, because Isaac Yadam was like a crazy, just out of nowhere LP today.
Got a little hammy. A little ham type, man. He's slick boy.
Okay. All right, nigga. Okay.
Uh, think you slick.
Go ahead and just give us our fourth round comp pick, please.
Please.
You know, I will give Brandon Staley a little grace because it seems like they did make changes to the defense against Buffalo. They
Mhm.
talked, and Ross Jackson of Locked On Six talked about it. Like they played more man, and it's
Mhm.
like, and there were times in that game against the Bills where there was 100% coverage sacks.
Yeah, man.
Like Josh Allen had nowhere to go with the ball, and I think that is kind of testament to like, I'm not saying that the Saints defense has like immense talent because obviously they don't,
Right.
but you got to play the defense to their strengths, and if they're potentially better holding up in man and it's at least against the Bills that was the case in some spurts, like then
Yeah.
maybe move away from the cover three and stay more with the man and what have you. Um, Granderson's having a dang good season for the Saints. Like he would be on the top of my list if I'm trying to like recoup and get draft picks for next year. Him and Olave, top of the list, like top of the list because those are the most valuable assets you have right now.
No question.
But Chris Rumpf, bro, like we've been talking about Chase Young. Chris Rumpf has had two plays. Am I tripping? The two plays where he's forced a turnover this
I
season,
think
or
so.
maybe just yeah, he's got two plays where he's forced a turnover this season. Unless I'm, 'cause I know you got one in the Niners game. Um, like this defense, like at times they're scrappy, like they're the underdogs and they fight and they
Yeah.
scratch, and then at other times it's just like they just make just like these mistakes on like huge second and long plays or third and long plays
Yep.
where it's just like those are the things like you can't do. Like not
Right.
on these
Right.
plays. These are like the backbreaker plays.
And I tell you, Senko, like he had, like obviously the interception was the highlight, but he had two like man coverage plays that were just beautiful. You
Stellar.
know,
Stellar.
if you could do that on as a safety, like on some tight ends, on good tight ends, and like
Good tight ends too. Yeah.
cover man on man, that's huge for this defense, bro. Because we haven't been able to do that for years now. Years since
Von
like Malcolm Jenkins left.
Von Bell? Shit.
Yeah,
Like Von
like
Bell in the 2018 season.
so
Um,
like that to me is like that's huge. So get the young guys out there, man. Quincy Riley. Um, I tweeted about Brian Brzee, I think yesterday. Like he leads the team in pressures. Like just,
doesn't feel that way.
yeah, like really. But the team is like 32nd in pressures, so it's like what they do. Um, but he's still just a frustrating watch. Because he still does things every now and then that it's like wow. Then but a lot of times it's just like sleepy, boring,
Sleepy,
nothing.
bruh.
Just
Sleepy.
getting blocked by center downfield, 1-on-1. Like if you this like super freaky athletic DT, like you shouldn't be getting blocked down by field 1-on-1 by like a center, but a good center. Don't get me wrong, but like it's like come on, man. Like show me. I'm watching Saints offensive line get dominated every week, get thrown. Dudes just thrown to the side. Like can we see some of that?
Please.
Like damn.
You brought the part about tackling. That I think that's going to be key in this game, like in every game, but this game, Brian Dable with Jaxson Dart is going to want to go to what Dart was comfortable with at Ole Miss, which was running a lot of RPO, um, a lot of quick routes, and then occasionally sprinkle in some deep shots down the field. So
Right.
if that's the plan, like RPO, like even if Malik Neighbors isn't playing, the defense has to be aware of that with with their tackling and tackling the right receivers on the edge. And listen, Cam Scottaboo, like he plays CTE football, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like you gotta they like the linebackers and the safeties gotta come prepared for
Gotta
Scatterboo.
gotta
Scatterboo.
hit,
Boo.
bro.
Boo. Hit, bro.
Got to hit, bro. Cause he trying to hit you. He trying to get a highlight on you. So you can't be playing that softball, man. You got to go and take him out, take the knees. I'm not dirty, but like you get him on the ground, get him on the ground, because I don't want to see him doing backflips in the dome
In
on
the
the end
in the
zone,
dome,
man.
bro.
I'm not trying to see that, man. I don't want to see that shit.
Anything else? Just in regards to like this defense going against the Giants offense.
Uh, so who do we really need to worry about with Malik Neighbors out? Um, outside of Scatterboo,
Wandale Robinson,
yeah,
Theo Johnson. They did like they played great against the Titans last week, except the weird like creep on Dalton Kincaid, and there wasn't any safety help over the top that led to like the late kind of touchdown that kind of clinched it for the. Well, no, they scored after that touchdown, but like that touchdown was a like that blown coverage was against the tight end, but um
but yeah, but like also Jackson Dart, his legs, man, like they're a real
mm-hmm.
weapon, especially when they get in the red zone. Dable is going to be fine with using his legs, especially when within the 15 or the 20, because it's easier for him. It's easier for Jackson Dart because that's like his natural instincts anyway.
Yep.
And you don't have to risk like risky throws in the red zone and stuff like that when things get real congested and you got to make like pinpoint accurate throws and stuff like that. So he will run the ball in the red zone. So the defense just has to be prepared to stop that. Yeah, they got to, I don't know, must rush or have a spy or whatever, but they can't be doing this thing where they fly up the field and just leave Dart to go and be ready for like some design runs, which they'll do. They're gonna do some RPO stuff and all that. So it's gonna be interesting, bro.
I get it, but like this defense is going against like a rookie quarterback. Like I want they did pretty decent. They did pretty well against Josh Allen last week, bro. Like I know like there was some plays like, but
But
like
that's Josh Allen.
overall, yeah, that's what I'm
There's
saying.
gonna be some
That's
plays. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for sure. So like I came away, I was like, as a whole, I think those first two drives were rough though. Like they were rough.
Yeah.
Like they were
It was
rough.
looking like oh man,
Oh wait,
another 50 burger? Like what?
we about to get blown out, panties to the side, like no lube, like no asking what your name is, just complete domination, bruh. But they got better as the game went along, and with this, with Dart and the Giants, I'm like, can y'all show us? Can y'all show us something like all game? Like, can we see it all game, that consistency? Because we haven't. There hasn't really been that game from them yet. At least defensively, it's been ebbs and flows mostly.
Right. No question, bro. I agree. Show me something.
So that's the defense going against the Giants offense. We're going to take a break, hear from our sponsor from Underdog, and then come back, talk about the Saints offense going against the Giants defense as we finish up this preview pod for Saints Giants on Sunday.
Football is back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than Underdog. It's the easiest way to make picks and win money all season long. Here's how it works. You make your picks. If you're right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play as little as for $1. This week, I'm looking at the Bucks versus Falcons matchup. I got Mike Evans for higher than 1 touchdown and Kyle Pitts for lower than 50 yards. That's my card. Now it's your turn. Just download the Underdog app, sign up with promo code Block Party, and you'll get $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code Block Party. Millions of fans have already won billions on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
We are back, and let's finish up this preview pod talking Saints and Giants. We have 34 concurrent viewers right now, about 100 views on, so we appreciate y'all joining us on a Wednesday night, late Wednesday night. Really appreciate it. Saints offense, the offensive line, we don't know where Trevor Penning is going to be. Like, he didn't practice today, so we'll see if he's. That would be like my question is like, man, if that's a worry because if Penning, we don't know, but depending on what happens with Penning the rest of the week, Ray Duns didn't practice today. Like, I don't know what other guard they got, bro. Like to play left guard if Penning can't go.
Oh Jesus, tired of this shit.
That's too bad. That's too bad, Grandpa.
Too damn bad. Yeah, man. I'm hoping Penny. I hope it's not. He was like at practice, so they didn't have him like hiding in the training room or nothing. So, maybe we'll see tomorrow. We'll see if he gets like the bump to limited or whatever. Because I remember watching all 22, he did get rolled up on by AK, I think, and he kind of fell down weirdly. It was like, ooh. But he popped right back up and played. So I don't know if that's what that's from or not. But it was one of them plays where I was like, ooh, like that was scary. Just the way he got rolled on. And it's just like, come on, man, not the feet, man. Like that dude, feet already beat up, man.
Oh,
Out here like
already,
Adam right
bro.
now.
Like me, bro. Just hobbling around, bro. I mean, at least he did it playing like a professional fucking football sport, not just being old and just standing at a concert and now I can't walk for fucking a couple of days, nigga. Just like I feel like, oh my god, like I'm almost like this is what almost 40 is like essentially, bro. Just in shambles.
But they going against that Giants defensive line, though, boy.
Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, who's had like a rebound season. Abdul Carter, who hasn't leapt off the screen, but he's still a insanely great, like talented player.
Yeah, he got like 20-something pressures this year already.
Goddamn, does he really?
Yeah, man. Like leads all rookies in pressures or something. Like
Okay, all right. Like that's what I said. Like what was it, a couple of days ago, bro. Like there can't be like an Abdul Carter for us in this draft. Like we're this shitty, bro. Like we can't get an Abdul Carter this year, bro. No,
that's what I'm saying, man. Damn.
No, can't fucking happen for us.
Blue chip,
true blue chip. Going against Saints legend, old friend, Paulson Adebo in the secondary, starting at corner. I think there's gonna, assuming that there's time, and this is one of those weird games where I feel like it wouldn't shock me to see Kellen's like playbook from week 1 again in this game offensively, where he feels like the pressure is gonna be like so quick and such a problem that it's just like quick passing game and all that. And I'm not saying that that's like right or wrong, but I just wouldn't be surprised to see it just kind of come like, because Kellen's gone against this defense numerous times as OC with the Cowboys, OC with the Eagles, so he very familiar with the Giants. But I do feel like, and you have Dexter Lawrence in the middle, who is an incredible, defensive tackle, stops the run. But I just feel like if this team can have the same effort in running the ball that they did against the Bills last week, and pair it with a competent passing game that's consistent throughout the game, this team might put themselves in a position to win the game, man. I don't know if they will, but I think like they put themselves in a position to win the game.
Look, man, one thing I really do appreciate about Kellen Moore, as we've been moving along in this season, is he does things that make sense. Like things that I catch, with my little small football mind, things that I catch watching them, I'm like, damn, they need to work on this, or it'd be tight if they do that. Then a week or two later, you see him starting to do that. Yes. Like he could, just like some of the obvious stuff he'll do, which is like, sounds obvious, but a lot of coaches just don't. Like they keep banging their head against the wall. This is what I'm going to run, and this is what I'm going to do. Kellen Moore has shown like he will change it up. Like we talked about it earlier with the run game, how he simplified a lot of things to get the run game going.
Went under center a lot against Buffalo.
Went under center a ton. Like that just, they've been so much shotgun earlier in the season. And he started to sprinkle in last week, then this past Sunday, done a ton more, and it really helped. It really helped in the run game. It helped in the communication.
Less penalties.
Less penalties. You just saw how it just helped everything. So I'm hoping that's something they kind of stick with, even though they're going to be playing at home. I hope they stick with more than under center because, I mean, Rattler has no problem doing it. And it just kind of it helps everything, bro. So like I hope they stick with it. You saw like teams bite on some of that play action stuff. They touchdown Rattler through to Chris Olave. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like it just helps so much. So I like the fact that Kellen Moore has been like adaptable and he's paying attention to. He's not just like sticking with something because that's what he wants to do. He's been adaptable and making those changes when it's like, okay, we need to do something. You need to do something. And make no mistake, like cleaning up those pre-snap, that was huge last week. Like even though they had the like major penalties on special teams, that's another like issue. Like no pre-snap penalties on offense last week. Like that was major. To go from
on the
debacle,
road in it
yeah,
on the road in a very like loud
right. And
Buffalo home
coming
stadium.
from like the complete opposite the week before in Seattle, it was just like this complete mayhem. So that shows me he has a handle on things, man. Like that was like a really good showing for Kellen Moore in Buffalo. Now now it's like, man, go get a dub, man, and show some of this offense off. Like I don't want him to like dial up some shots for Spencer Rattler. Like Sean even dialed up shots for Drew Brees. You can't dial them up for Rattler. Where it's like, look, ball is going here. Unless the safeties are rolling this way, get it to Chris Olave downfield, or get it to Shaheed downfield, whatever. Like we got to dial up those shots. We need some big plays out of this offense. We can't be constant, 15 play, 14 play, 8 play drives. Like those are nice, but that's a hard way to live, bro. That's a hard way to live,
I was watching into this point, and we saw it against the Niners, right, in the Niners game with Bailey in the red zone. But then I'm watching, was it Monday Night Football, and seeing, Mike McDaniel with the Darren Waller, who hadn't played all season, or very minimal most of the season, at least up to that week, and he's being utilized in the red zone like as a big body, and it's just like
big body.
Like yes, this is please like
Valet had 4 snaps, bro. 4 snaps
makes no sense to me. Wolf, it
it makes sense. Make it make sense to me because it's just not.
Fourth round pick,
snaps,
and like he's not even on the injury report this week. So like I like even if you want to give me like, oh, he got here late, he's still new to the offense, you can't tell me that you can't like come up with some plays for him in the red zone. Like
I mean, what Jimmy Graham had like 6 catches and 5 touchdowns with Pete Carmichael.
Pete Carmichael, bro.
Pete Carmichael. Like, you can come up. Like, come on now. Like come on now. And that like that big.
The red zone has been a struggle for them all season. Besides like the Niners game, really, it's been a struggle for them all season.
And just you need like, especially you got a quarterback that has shown some struggles with ball location, where he's just a hair off here, hair off there. Like having a big body and a wide ratio, diameter or whatever. Like it just seems obvious to me. Like you would want to get that use, and we've seen it. Like we saw a touchdown against the 49ers that just looked on a simple slant, like a simple slant. We've seen it a million times. Like, come on, Kellen. Like I just gave you compliments for like making changes and doing things that make sense. That makes sense.
Makes sense, bro. It's on my radar, bro. Like I just like 4th round pick for this this player who's just and like I don't want to even like the Trey Palmer things were like weird to me.
Man, what the hell? Like, what are you doing on the injury report 2 weeks in a row? Doing what, bro? I see why the bus got you out of there.
He said these niggas not winning. Shit, don't expect me to play.
Chilling.
Let me stay on this active roster though. Get my active roster fucking salary.
Exactly.
I'm good. But
exactly
for an offense that needs juice, you had Juwan Johnson on the injury report as a didn't practice. I don't know what his injury. Which, as much as we bash Juwan, the tight end position is so bad that if he can't play on Sunday, bro, it is dark. It is dark.
You ain't lying, bro. Like as much as he gets on our nerves, they need him. Like they need him, man. He's like one of Rattler's favorite targets. So they need to get him back out there. I wonder if he was hurt on that little achy breaky. He looked like he got shot by a sniper or something. What happened?
For Charlie. Oh wait.
I swear that was not a reference. That's just how it looked like when he fell.
That was me. I'll own that one. It did. But I need this. Can we just have one game like where it all comes. And I know people will be like, no, like we don't want that. Like we want the good thing. Like, man, like that
You
locker
can
room
afford a win or two. Damn.
a win or two. Like we don't want to go 0-17. God damn it. Like
Damn.
get a win. Can we get a win? Like this game against the Giants would be nice.
Debo.
Like I need Chris Olave to be taking him behind the woodshed.
Come on, man. Chris. I'm one of the last few left, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, put that game together, man. Put the game together. Catch the ball, bro. Like, I understand some plays ran a little bit off here and there, but the plays that hit your hand, like, if you want to be that wide receiver, I watch it every week. Red Zone channel, wide receivers diving for the ball, stretching out. Just stretching out for balls, catching balls that's inaccurate coming over here. I saw Bo Nix the other night throwing inaccurate balls, calling something, going up and grabbing them, doing all. Go make some plays, my brother. Go make some plays, like some big plays, man. Like everything can't be perfect. Placed right where, and even plays that's been placed right there, you had some drops. Now, you turned it around in the second half last week this week against the Bills. Let's keep that going. Like I need a Chris Olave game. Chris Olave has arrived. 90, 100 yards, 7 catches, a touchdown, 2 touchdowns. Like, come on, man. Like, let's help this offense go. And you that dude. Like, you are the wide receiver one of this offense. Whether people consider you a wide receiver one or not, you're the one of this offense. So, like, go take it, man.
I need to see it.
See it. And at the very least, it helped the trade value. Damn.
Something. Please. Something. Anything else with the offense going against the Giants defense? I want to see if that the progress that they made in the run game can continue. It's kind of going to be hard to tell because we don't know who's going to be the starting 5 offensive. We don't know what the left guard position is come Sunday. We're obviously recording this on Wednesday night, and that the Giants defensive line is stout, like much stouter than the Bills defense as a whole is. Like the Bills haven't been able to stop the run all season, so it'll be interesting to see if the Saints will be able to continue running the ball as well as they did against the Bills against like a front like the Giants have.
Yeah, but look, I mean, the Giants defense overall is not great. You know what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
25th in EPA per play or something like that. Like, so plays can be made against this defense. Whether it's in the pass game, run game, screen game, whatever. Plays can be made. You just got to be aggressive, man, and take those. Especially, there will be 3 or 4 times every game where the opportunities are there for a big score, and Rattler has to hit 3.
Has to.
If there's 4 of them, you got to hit 2 or 3 of them, man. Like you can't miss all of them. You're gonna miss one. That's fine. Like that happens, but you got to take those opportunities when they're there, when you see it. So that's going to be huge. Hard to predict if we're gonna win this one, bro. It's so hard to predict.
I was about to ask you, bro. They win. They get their first win of the season. Is it going to happen against the Giants?
I'm gonna say they get their win this week, man.
Okay. All right. First dub.
First dub of the year, bro. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Especially with the offensive line all banged up, man. I can't even give you a score on this one, bro.
But you do have them winning on
Got
Sunday.
them winning.
Okay. I think they go 1-5, bro.
1-5, baby. Ooh, that heat gonna get turned up on Spence. Sorry, Spence. Heat getting turned up, bro. Don't let Dylan Gabriel go out there and beat the Vikings.
The Vikings?
Dylan Gabriel.
Got to go to 0-5. This is not me wanting them to go 0-5. I don't know. And I was told regarding like trade deadline, because I believe the trade deadline is at the end of October, so end of this month. So right now they're 0-4, so it doesn't really matter if they win on Sunday or not. I do expect a lot of trade talks for players on the Saints to increase. But again, like we talked about, like there's something that they have to be careful about, because some of these players have a lot of like dead cap hits that they are going to leave behind if they get traded, and that we did a whole talk of like their top 10 players that they're paying dead money to who aren't even on the team. And so if they trade, someone like Carl Granderson, like Big Creeper, they traded Chris Olave is like playing on he's like his contract would be like probably like the easiest one to trade just because of everything. But anyone other than that, really, besides like him and like Chris Olave would be an easy trade. Shaheed would be an easy trade. Other than that, like you go
everything tough, bro. Everything else is hard because
like
they're going to swallow it.
And you look at it as like, okay, we're swallowing this cap hit, or we're swallowing this dead money, but we're getting back this draft compensation pick, whatever it is, right? So that's something
future space. Like you got to look at it like, okay, this is going to be space in the future that I'm gonna have, but it won't serve you any. You won't get any benefit from it, this year. Maybe next year you won't even get benefit from it. You know what I'm saying?
And it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you like in this upcoming free agency, like with the cap spacing and thing like that. It actually hinders you. But I think that's also like an interesting thing to like be on the lookout for what happens after this game in regards to like Saints and trade assets and things like that.
Yeah, because I was just looking at the roster yesterday and just kind of highlighting. And I think I found about maybe 8 or 9 players that you could just say like, okay, these are potentially tradable assets. You know what I'm saying? Not high picks. But maybe you could get a 5th or a 6th or a 7th or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on the team.
Let's see if we can name them. Okay. AK, Shaheed, Olave, Brian Bresee, Alante, DeMario. I'm at 6.
Who else we got? You said DeMario, Pete Werner. Like I know we hard on Pete, but maybe you could get a 7th for Pete. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a starting linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you could probably get like a 6 or a 7th for Pete. Yes. So we're at 7.
I'm trying to find my little spreadsheet.
Dante said Justin Reed. Nigga, we just signed Justin Reed.
Like that. Like, yeah, you can move him, but boy, that hit would be nasty. Who else? Let's see. Oh, I lost all my highlighting. Oh, there it is. Probably couldn't get nothing for y'all, but maybe a team might.
I think that's a good one because that's so like I know you mentioned this and I heard this from my friend of like, and I don't know if they would because the Ravens are so injured like across the board now, so it'd be pointless. But like that's a team that struggles with stopping the run. That had they been healthier, like that seems like it like a perfect team fit. Got y'all to like the Ravens. So yeah, 8.
Yeah. Is Brandon Cooks tradable?
No. No.
He's making a couple of catches, bro. Every game.
No.
Not with that salary.
No. Absolutely not.
Is Juwan tradable?
Their tight end room so bad, bro. As much as we fucking dog on Juwan, bro, like I don't, because it gets like dark after Juwan, bro. Like dark,
real dark.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm sure there's some defense, some team around the league because I know that the Texans who drafted what's it um what's this Ladier or whoever they drafted, they wanted to draft Kool-Aid
Mm.
rather than who they ended
23-year-old
up.
corner, bro. That'll get you something. I'm not
It'll
saying
get
I
you,
would. Like I'm saying, like I'm just saying these names. I'm not like advocating that we trade them. I'm just like talking about assets that the Saints have that are tradable. You know what I'm saying? Like
so we named about what like nine-ish
8 or 9.
players, 8 or 9
Kendre Miller.
players.
Like if he continues to show something every week, like again, I'm not advocating that we trade him, but like if somebody actually called and like, hey
Like
man,
if the Chiefs called,
and like, hey, we'll give you a fourth for Kendre. Shit. Big Back Neil, get on up here, boy.
because this is his third season, so
Third season.
he'll be going into his final season next
Right.
year. Um, yeah, so like there's like 10ish players that are tradable for the Saints.
But
10ish.
like really the only two players that can get you something like a valuable asset is Olave or Granderson.
That's it.
Outside of that, nothing else.
That's it. So then you have to weigh is like, do we trade? Like we just hold on to him, like make him like a post June 1st cut. Like it's I don't know. Don't know. Jack Hunter said trade Kendre before you need to pay him. I don't know, man. Like I don't know, bro.
It's
I'm
like I'm
just
not even worried about like paying
paying
Kendre.
Kendre. Like what the fuck, Kendre? What's paying Kendre gonna set the Saints
You
back?
literally just had like your best game as a professional. Literally just now.
Like, I think they're okay with that, but we shall see. What happens on Sunday? Feel free to join us if you're a Patreon. Feel free to drop in, hop in the Zoom. We do our Zoom live stream. We're going to be live streaming our Zoom reactions to YouTube as it's going on, and hopefully the Saints can pull out the win on Sunday. And if they don't, then hashtag either way we win, and they'll be probably still slotted to pick #1 overall, and we go from there.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna see. Continue to watch college football to see how it shakes out. There was a good article in the
Yes.
Athletic talking about, just what's going on with the quarterbacks coming out and stuff like that. Just kind of
Read it
checking
this
in.
morning.
Yep. It's gonna be interesting. And not just the quarterbacks, but I'm looking to see who rises from other positions. There's a lot of talk about Bain out of Miami, or I'm looking for somebody, bro. Somebody that's gonna have me like, oh,
Just come like take my attention away. Like come and
take my
take my attention.
attention. Like I want this player. I want to be excited. Especially we get a first overall pick, bro. Come on, man.
Oh, perfect draft to trade down. It's gonna be a perfect draft to trade down,
Uh,
bro.
Loomis.
Not.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, Jesus.
Anyway, we'll deal with that as it comes. We'll be back on Sunday, recapping the Giants game, doing the live stream, patreon.com/SaintsBlock Party. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back on Sunday. Everything Saints related, Saints Giants on Sunday. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all with that. We are out.
Peace.